Hey guys, this is Andrew from APL Repairs, and today I'm going to have a look at this Turbo Touch 360 silly thing, Super Nintendo controller. So this is, I quite like the look of this. This is sort of like, well, it's like a touchscreen, touchpad controller. I have no idea how it will work because the X, Y, and B buttons do not work, so I don't know if these turbo work either. But apart from that, everything seems to be fine. I've got this here just to demonstrate that. So, hang on, I'm just going to reset that. I think this is the OSSC more than anything. So, up, left, down, right. I'm not going to bother with that. Oh, for God's sake, why? I think this is an HDMI cable issue, or possibly even like the actual OSSC thing. I do not know why it does this. This does not matter anyway. I know it feels, but as you can see, the L button there lights up when I do that. And the A button actually works as well. And the start and select there. But as you can see, X, Y, and B do not work. So I am going to open this and I'm going to get rid of this annoying screen. So, honestly, this video was a bit of a nightmare. I tested Super Nintendos and stuff yesterday, and mine was working fine. And then I come to test it today, and long story short, the audio wasn't working, which turned out to be this IC here. And while I was in there, I just replaced this capacitor because it's bulging. It wobbles basically. So that's a good indication of it being broken. So yeah, I took it from a spare board. This one is not the board I took it from, I guess, because it's got U10. This one here. That was what was the issue for no audio. But that is not why we are here. So, yep, these just look like positive headed screws, Phillips screws, I guess, as people call them. And I have not opened this before. You can hear. There's definitely something rattling around in there. And these are very, very tight. Wow. Very tight. Oh, there we go. That's loosening, I think. Wow. This does not want to reveal its secrets. I may speed this up, so if nobody hears this, that's why. How does that even work? That is just a weird thing to see. Bloody hell. This does not want to open. In fact, screw my my electric screwdriver. I'm going to one with a bigger head. This doesn't even seem to be doing anything now. It's just sort of spinning in place. It's sort of, it's not coming out. I'll come back to that one. I have to admit, I did not expect opening it to be the hardest part of this. And yeah, that's not going to fit in there, so I am actually going to have to use this for these two. But that doesn't seem so bad. Let's see. Yeah, they are sort of, they have left go. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so I guess these are the sliders for the turbos. Looks like you've got two little pegs, I guess you would call them, but this one looks damaged, and this one looks damaged, and this one looks damaged. So there is actually only one working one. My guess is that's probably what's causing them to not work. And this is your little capacitive thing for the D-pad. Start and select. And here are the butons. So there's the wiper for one. So I think we're missing a wiper here. I've got 3 wipers and 4 things overall. So where is the last one? That's the thing that's moving about. There it is. Here we are. So from the looks of it, this just goes over those 2 little pegs and bridges things together. How would that work? So from the looks of it, there are actually three individual pads for each thing. I imagine they're always on these ones. Ah, right, I see, yeah. So we're always on the big sort of rectangular pad, but depending on where this is, it's going to be bridging either that one or that one. So actually, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to repair this. I think basically this is going to be the issue. They're supposed to be in like this, and they're not, and therefore it just was not enabling the buttons themselves. I'm going to test that by turning this back on. So we've got controller test there. Let's press start, which is very hard to understand. Alright, it's this thing. Stupid OSSC. Ooh. How come that does not work? Oh, that's quite cool actually. I just noticed that you press the L button, but it's sort of, it's pressing it upwards. I like that. Not sure why start is not working here. It's literally just a bit of plastic that pushes down on this. I'm just going to plug in a different controller. Ah, that's why it's not working. Oh dear, this video is not going well. There we are. Alright, so I've swapped that back over now. There we go. Right. So now I'm gonna have to improve this for next time, I think. I mean, if we look at this, so we've got the B button comes up and around. So there's a hole here, so this track is irrelevant. So it's going to be this pad here. Now, it's going to either go to this very large track that ends up here, or to this pin here. So my guess is, since the rest of them are sharing this one, this is the default. So I think what we need to do is, if I can bridge these two like so, and actually have the goddamn thing work for a change. There we are, yes. So that is the only issue. Well, in that case, I am going to have to go away for a while and figure out what I'm going to do with this, because these are not going to work. Essentially, I just have to get these on here. In fact, I may just glue it. I know that is a bit silly, however, I think it will work, because it's essentially just what it was originally, except it was sort of held in place with sort of plastic welds, but they've failed over time, which is what has fallen out here. Can't pick them up with these tweezers. There we are. So it's basically just the top of the plastic weld has come off, probably from overuse of cheating turbo buttons. So I think what I'll do is I will glue these washers back in, and then I will actually glue these over the top as well, just to sort of try and give it a bit more strength. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to probably take a while. So I'll go do that now. Okay, so I have glued these in, and I just put the thing on the top because the glue was going through the holes anyway. I could only find one each. I did find this one once I'd already glued them, but it's probably underneath, or it's come out at some point during its life, but that does not matter. So I'm just going to try putting this back together now. And my Super Nintendo was on and is now apparently going to do the test. And I believe it's going to do the audio, which I do not want. So yeah, I will turn that off. I can't put that audio on the internet. That's pretty cool, actually. These buttons all look the same. There's two concave, two not, but they do actually have their own individual locations. They are all actually different, which is pretty cool. So the strange sort of capacitive, I don't know why why that word was so hard to think of, but that strange sort of capacitive touchpad is what appears to be just a regular PCB, but sort of standing off from the board and just wired up. Pretty cool. So let's have a look here. Actually, how do these go in? From the looks of it, yeah, they've each got individual. I'm just getting myself stuck there and not looking at the screen. They've each got individual sort of catches, so they can only go in two places. And now I'm stuck again. The joys of super glue. I don't want to really use this too much right now. I'm going to give it a chance to set. I just really want to test. Oops. I just want to test if it actually did work. Oops. Okay, man. There you go. So I'll just put it back together like so. Why you not got together? Possibly because of these screws that I forgot to remove. These screws are bizarre. They do not want to come out. Oh God. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm going to have to work around that. So, this is going to be awkward because I don't want these to fall. And I don't want that L and R button to fall out. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to go together very nicely. Am I going to have to actually screw these in to test? These screws are silly. Okay. They seem together now. Well, that one's not very nice, the B. But let's give it a go. I think I got this working properly now, possibly. Well, I haven't damaged that. Let's save it. And here we are. No! Oh, hang on. So apparently up is like that. Oh no, I've broken the A button. All the other knobs work. Okay, well I guess I'll be back in a minute once I sort this out, given this whole stupid screw situation. Hey, so at long last, it's been a few hours since I did that, and finally I managed to get it back together. Hooray! And as luck would have it, I am just going to mute that because that's very loud. Hooray! Behold, a completely working controller. Honestly, these screws, I hate them. They're the worst screws ever. But there we go. So that was pretty much that. I had to wait a long time. What? You said it passed, but fine. I just had to wait a long time for these to harden, the super glue that I used. Tried a bit of bicarb, baking soda type stuff, but that did not set it very quickly. So yeah, it's been probably about 20 hours since then. Unfortunately, there's a few marks on it, but for the price I paid, I am more than happy with that. So there you go, fully working thing. I just need to put these screws back in. I've got the screws still. I only screwed these two in just to see. So I'll put those on. But there you go. So thank you very much for watching, and I am going to go have a look at a Switch that I just got now. So that might come up soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.